All right. Let me see. It looks like my volume's on. A little bit late getting in here today. Let's see, waiting for Josh to get up in here. Let's see here. We're gonna get there's Josh. There we go. Yeah, hopefully by next Friday we'll get this thing figured out. Yeah, it was rough, man, trying to. I was sending everything right, but I was doing everything they told me on the app to do, but it just wasn't working. I don't know what was going on with that thing, Josh. But yeah, they know. All right, I'm gonna pull up some of my. So we only got one game left tonight in college that goes off in 1 hour out here on the West Coast. Yeah, they can't make it easy for us, that's for sure. Hopefully we'll get a couple people in here. Try to get some people. You've been looking at these both half spread lines, both half spread bets. That's a good way to look at a lot of college. College tends to, I see a lot of that where one team in college, Josh, they, put it out there, we're live. One team in college can literally one half win a half by 15 points and lose the next half by 20 points. Lose the game. There's a lot of that in college, man. College teams go on runs. And I was going to look and see how our picks were looking at tonight. So Michigan's only up by 3 at the half. I know we were looking at them to get a big cover tonight, but it doesn't look like they're going to do it again. They have not been covering those big spreads, man, and it does not look like they are. Doesn't look like they're going to do it again tonight. Now I have to find out how did Radford do? 10.5 second half a unit. Yeah. So they've still got him at 11.5 on the minus 125, 11.5 game spread. Second half spread, I can't even get a second half spread. Swift doesn't offer them. So a lot of people, I think Josh will end up watching this after the fact. So we can go down some games for tomorrow. Why don't you go ahead and just tell me, put it in the chat there, the few that you were looking at. Yeah, High Point. That's kind of what I thought. High Point's a weird team. Sometimes they come out really strong like that. They've had other games where they lose games to teams they have no business losing games to. Like they've had a couple of those this year where they lost games that they should have never lost. So let's see here. So let's see what I'm going to go down and look at some of these plays that I was looking at for tomorrow. Got a lot of 9 a.m. games tomorrow. The early games, Mississippi State, Kentucky, like the over, and Kentucky at 9.5. Yeah, they've already moved Kentucky already to 10.5. Looks like it's some of the books 10.5. The over-under is 144.5. The over is definitely getting the money at 144.5. I really like that as well. Because Ole Miss likes to play with some good pace. So I believe that is going to definitely clear 150. Looking like it, maybe an 85 to 72 game, something around that. Another one I was looking at early was, where's it at here? I had it pulled up. Like finding these little small teams that UNC is catching. 7.5 at Virginia. Yeah. Nebraska at Minnesota. I think Nebraska, I kind of like Nebraska, Josh. What are you thinking about them laying 5.5? I know they're on the road. Have shown that they are a very good team. I know everyone's looking forward to the Nebraska-Michigan. Too small. North Carolina 7.5. Yeah, they're getting even money on that game both ways. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. They're not getting. I don't know how they're coming up with these. They're not getting any respect. No respect for Nebraska, man, and they are a really, really good team. So I like that. So right away, I'm on the Nebraska, and I'm on that over with you. Yep, I'm definitely on that over with the Kentucky game and Mississippi State. Let's see. I'm going to go down here. I had another pick I was looking at. Oh, let's see. Where's it at? So I know this is these Ivy League. Some of these Ivy Leagues, 5.5 with the Huskers. I'm already locked. I already got it. I'm already putting it in. Nebraska minus 5.5. See over 144.5. Kentucky, Mississippi. I was looking at this Dartmouth game too. You got Dartmouth at home playing Columbia. Yeah, I know Josh being in New York, he cannot bet a lot of the teams. Like tonight, he was telling me he had like 3 teams that he really liked that he couldn't bet. And I'm not sure. Let me see here. UMass, Long Island, and Lemoyne. I actually put Lemoyne and Long Island on a ticket because Josh told me about those 2 teams and I put them in. I have not seen the score. I don't know if they ended up hitting. Maybe Josh can let me know. Columbia and Dartmouth, a lot of points. Yep. Yeah, they got that over under at 157.5 right now. They're getting action to the under, though. So they are getting action to the under 157.5. Long Island won. I think I took them at, let's see. So East Tennessee, I had East Tennessee tonight, minus 17.5. They covered. And then I had Radford plus 7.5. That lost. And Lemoyne won as well. So, yep. Good. So I hit that 2 pick. Thank you, Josh. Thank you for that free money. That was something there. So what do you think about taking Dartmouth at home, though? They're getting points. They're catching points. I know that's going to be a high-scoring game. So, I mean, I see it going back and forth, but I don't know. Dartmouth at home? UMass won as well. So all 3 of those hit. Yeah, I couldn't get UMass. I was too late getting UMass. I couldn't get on them. But Dartmouth, we're looking at a lot of points in that game. So that could be a good over. I see Cornell and Harvard are also at 165.5. That's very high too. another couple of Ivy League teams. Trying to get some of the early stuff gone over here. He's looking into it real quick. Yeah, look into that real quick for Columbia or Dartmouth. Let me know what you think about Dartmouth. I'm kind of feeling like maybe Dartmouth and the over. Dartmouth catching 2 points, and the over is 157.5. Off to the side. Yeah, these Ivy schools. Showing me that they're playing at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. my time. So, yeah, 2 p.m. That game and the Cornell-Harvard game are both at 2 p.m. Go off of that until you make a decision here. Waiting for Josh. We're waiting for Josh. Yeah, this is where being on the live together, I could have had the split screen with us both up here, and he could be talking about the stuff as I'm looking at stuff, and then he can look at stuff while I'm talking about stuff. And it would be a lot better. We'll try to get it ready for next week, guys. I apologize for over in Columbia. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. 157.5. We got that over. 7.5. Usually when they have lines in college at 150 or higher, it's usually about an 80% hit rate that they do go over. They don't set lines in college that high without them knowing that they really are going to probably hit the over. It's where you get those 140, 138 to 144 numbers where you're middling, where you really can't. It's really hard to pick. But yeah, neither team has defense. That's kind of why the spread is only 2 points. Looking through these other 11 o'clock games, my time. Yeah, IB has been hot with the overs. Yes, they have. That's true. Let's see. One thing I wanted to ask you, Josh. What do you think about this Arizona, West Virginia? West Virginia's catching. I know they're going on the road out to Arizona, playing out here on the West Coast, but they're getting 18.5 points. Cornell over. Yeah, they're over set. It's 165.5. Cornell and Harvard. That's what I'm, man. I'm kind of feeling like West Virginia could stay with those guys. I understand Arizona's a really fast-paced team. They shoot a lot of threes, but yeah, West Virginia's right there with them. And West Virginia's played some really good teams this year, and they've done really well against some of the top teams as well. If I were to go look here, let me see. I can pull up. Let me pull this up real quick. I just want to look at. Put it over here on my other screen. Really quick. Look at. All right, they just started the second half. Ohio State hits 3 right out the gate. Tie the game. Let's see right here. West Virginia. Yes, West Virginia is 13-6, 4-2, fifth place in the Big 12. They smashed. The only losses they have were to Clemson by 3 points, Xavier by 10 points, Wake Forest by 9 points, Ohio State by 1 point, Iowa State they lost by 21, and Iowa State is right up there. Yeah, they played really good. They just beat Arizona State. I wonder if they stayed. What day was that they just played Arizona State? Was that on January 21st, 2 days ago. I wonder if they stayed out west then, because they played at Arizona State 2 days ago. So I don't think that they would go all the way back to West Virginia and then come all the way back to Arizona. I would think they would just stay in Arizona for 2 or 3 days, right? And not travel. So that's the case. If they didn't travel, they won by 12 over Arizona State. That's going to be nationally televised. CBS, they stayed there, yeah. Yeah, so, taking those points, man, that might be the play. I'm just going to make a note that I might just take them plus the 18.5, because I think that I'm a sucker, like you said, Josh. I'm a sucker for them too. No travel. When teams have to do that traveling, that's one thing where I can see them not, maybe coming out flat, not having their legs under them. Let me pull something up here. Sorry if the typing's loud. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, they already beat Kansas. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Get the alternate line on that. See how much alternate. Rockets and Pistons coming down to the wire. One thing I just saw, Josh, is that Purdue line has moved a ton. Purdue opened at 2.5-point favorite. They are currently 6-point favorites at home against Illinois. But the problem is I can't lay 6 points in that game. And the money line right now is at minus 280. I can't even touch that money line either. It's too juiced. But I kind of feel like Purdue's going to win that game, but I think it's going to be a tight game. He likes Illini. Okay, well, Josh says take the Illini. I can get plus 6 at minus 110, or Illini money line at plus 195. So the over-under is 152 on that game. I could see that being an over game as well. I know that the offense, Purdue likes to push that offense up and down the court. Yeah, not money line. Okay, so take the 5.5. Yeah, I wouldn't take a line. I think Purdue's going to win the game, but I think it's going to be like a 2 or 3 point, maybe 4 point at most finish. And the over, yeah, for sure. I really think the over. I mean, that's my best bet on that game is the over. Illinois. In fact, I'm going to put that one on mine. Illinois Purdue over 151.5. So right now, I've got the over on Kentucky, Ole Miss. I got Nebraska laying the 5.5. I've got the over on Illinois and Purdue, and I've got the over on Columbia and Dartmouth. Yeah, they're number 7 and 8 in the KenPom rating. Yep, that's exactly right. 3-1 in offense. A lot of offense in that game. I don't see either defense stopping the other team. Houston and Texas Tech. Here's one I was looking at, Josh. The under. I know we don't look at a lot of unders in college, but what do you think about Houston and Texas Tech under? Hold it up here. Hold on. I gotta find so many games tomorrow. It's like we got the whole. I swear, I think almost every college basketball team tomorrow is playing, other than the teams that played today. So if they played today, they're not playing tomorrow. But if they didn't play today, they're all playing tomorrow. Okay, this is crazy. Why am I not seeing these guys? I must have scrolled right past it. There it is. So they got this set kind of low. 140, 140 and a half. It's pushing to the over. The money is coming in on the over at 140 and a half. I know that Houston held Texas Tech to 65 points in a game earlier this season. So now they're playing in Texas Tech. I know they're in the same state. It's not like they're big travel or anything like that. Wake plus 18 and a half. NC State, UConn, Providence, Texas. All right, so that's a small list there of his favorites for those watching. So Josh can, I think we lost one. But like I said, Josh, a lot of people are going to watch this before tomorrow. Yeah, it's hard to win there. So I wouldn't touch. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't touch the side in that game. I'm kind of leaning the under though. I think both teams can keep it under 70 points. They both have very good suffocating defense. I mean, the last time, let me see, what was the last? It should show me here. Hold on. So what was that score last game? 69-65. Yeah, so it was only 134, and that was in Houston. So the fact that Texas Tech only gave up less than 70 to a team like Houston, and that was on the road, I think they're going to do even better at home. 141. I don't know. Might just have to skip over that one. So Josh said he did like Syracuse. So even though he cannot bet them, I don't think he can bet them because he is in New York. So he cannot bet Syracuse. But I am putting Syracuse on my ticket. And I'm getting them plus 2 points. So I'm taking it. I'm taking the 2 points. What do you think, Josh? Syracuse plus a 2? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm not going to mess with it. That 141 was too sharp. That's too sharp of a line. So I'm not going to mess with that at all. Let's see here. Yeah, I think Syracuse too. Yeah, I think they can beat Miami. Another one I wanted to ask you about, Josh, while we're on here is San Diego State and UNLV. I was looking at UNLV. San Diego State center is out. He's questionable. I mean, he's not out, but he's questionable with his hip. I don't think he's going to play, and if he does, he's not going to play very much. UNLV, of course, is on a 3-game winning streak right now, and they've been playing really good basketball. They're at home. I know San Diego State is tough. They play great defense, but I kind of think UNLV can get that win. And the line, let me check on it real quick here. Cal Baptist is another one I wanted to ask you about, Josh. I don't know why, but I love that team. They seem to be... Okay, come on. Why am I not seeing my... This is crazy. Here we go. Yes, you got UNLV at home catching 6. UNLV is plus 6 at home. in San Diego State. That game is at 4 o'clock tomorrow, Josh. 1 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock East Coast time. So I kind of feel like UNLV is a good value play. Yep, it's not a far trip. It's just lost to Grand Canyon. Yep, they did. That's what I'm feeling. And then they're banged up. They got injuries right now. Their center's hurt. Without that inside dominance for that defense, I think it'll allow UNLV to get to the bucket and be able to score. So I'm gonna take those points with UNLV. And then Cal Baptist was another team I was looking at because they are at home. Let me find them here again. Going against Utah Valley, they're catching points at home as well. I don't think they should be an underdog at home against Utah Valley. Let me see here. Let me see what we got. Cal Baptist. Yeah, so Cal Baptist, let's see here. Oh, they're undefeated at home this year, and they're getting points right now. So they are 9-0 at home this season. They've won 8 straight. They have a top 100 defense. They're only allowing 89 points per 100 possessions. They're strong on the glass. They out-rebound their opponents by an average of 9 boards per game. Utah Valley's 15-5. Cal Baptist is 14-6. Yeah, they're only 2-6 against the spread, but like I said, they're catching points at home. So I'm on Cal Baptist plus the 1.5. You can take them plus 1.5 at minus 120, or we can get them straight up on the money line. They're basically a pick them on the money line. They're minus 110, which really you don't want to take 1.5 points if you're laying minus 130 and you can get minus 110 money line. You want to take the money line minus 110. You're losing too much value for 1 point. If they lose by 1 point, then the odds are they're not going to lose by 1 point or they're going to win the game. That's why they're giving you minus 130 on a plus 1.5. In those games, it says the Cal Baptist at home usually does stay under. 6 of 8 contests at home have gone under. They have slow pace, and Utah Valley. Let's see, spread Utah Valley. You take it if the spread is greater than 8.5. Even close games at home. Yeah, you're not. They got Utah Valley laying points. So I'm on Cal Baptist. I'm not gonna fall for the okie doke on that one. I know these West Coast teams are not. You're probably not too big on, Josh, because you're an East Coast guy. But I wanted to get some, just see what you thought about it. Also, Josh, tell me, what do you think about Butler and Marquette? That'll be my last ask for today. Because, yeah, I mean, it's probably going to move before tomorrow. I agree with you, Josh. I like all college basketball, but Josh is just a college basketball guy. He just loves college basketball. There's so many teams in college basketball. I think it's 300, isn't it? 300 and something Division I teams in college basketball. I think it's like 312 or something like that. It's crazy. There's only like 100 Division I college football teams, but there's 300 Division I college basketball teams. He's on Marquette. So the spread is only 5.5. And yeah, 357. Yeah, I knew it was a lot. I think they've added some back back when I did a lot of college basketball, it was about 310 back about 20 years ago. So they've added 50 teams since then. Marquette Butler are playing tonight. Is that a tonight game? Why am I even bringing that up? Okay. Shows my. I'm sitting here looking. I was sitting here looking at the value plays. That's crazy. I don't even know why it came up. That's crazy. 50-42 Butler right now. Yeah, they predicted they were predicting Butler to win cover 5.5 in that, but I don't know what that line closed at. I think it closed around 7.5. So if they're up by 8 right now, that's pushing the line. They are right on the borderline. But yeah, that was the last one I was talking. And OSU is hanging right with Michigan. Michigan is not going to put them away. Michigan's losing the second half right now, 13-12. 88 points too, so it's definitely looking like an under game. All right, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm taking. We're gonna wait on Cal. I'm gonna wait with you on Cal Baptist. You told me to wait on Cal Baptist. We're gonna wait on it. I'll try to put something down on that tomorrow. But I've got Ole Miss, Kentucky over 144, Nebraska minus 5.5. It says Arkansas parlay, Iowa State minus points, Florida minus points, Arkansas money line. All right, let me get this one in, and then I'm gonna put that one in with you. So the 5 that I six leg. I got a 6 leg. UNLV, Syracuse, Nebraska, the over Illinois, Purdue, over Columbia, Dartmouth, over Ole Miss, Kentucky. That's my big lotto. Plus 3680 odds on that one. And then we're gonna do. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. There's so much public money, but they're not moving the line. They've actually got the money line favored for Utah Valley at minus 120, and Cal Baptist is minus 110. So they're not moving the line according to the public, so they know what's going on. Yeah, public's on San Diego State. Okay, that's what you were talking about. I really like that Utah State tonight over Colorado State. A lot of people on Colorado State tonight. I saw a lot of. Yeah, you're messed up, Josh. You're on the wrong teams. That's okay. I saw a lot of people on Colorado State tonight. A lot of the cappers on all over. Everybody was on Colorado State. The cappers they're trying to push everyone on the Colorado State. I think because there was so much money. Some of those cappers, I think, are working for Vegas, so they're trying to get more people to bet Colorado State. But I'm staying on Utah State tonight. So let me see. All right, let me get this one in for tomorrow. So you said you were on. I want to get that 3 leg in for you. Go Aggies. All right, so Iowa State, Florida, and Arkansas. Iowa State, Florida, and Arkansas. Iowa State, Florida, and Arkansas. Man, so many games tomorrow. Can't even get through the scroll here. So yeah, Josh, so you're taking Florida laying the points. You're taking Arkansas on the money line. Arkansas money line. Yeah, that's a huge money line, Josh. You got. Are you sure you said Arkansas? Yeah, you said Arkansas money line. Minus 600. Minus 600. But I guess when you put it with the other teams, it's still gonna. I don't know why I'm not seeing Iowa State. Yeah. I'm missing Iowa State. State laying the points with Oklahoma State. There it is. Okay, I got it. So that's plus 300. Plus 300 odds, Josh, right? Plus 300 on that. Got it. Got it. Got it. I put 3 units on that one. So yeah, money line on Arkansas is minus 610. 600, yes they are. Minus 610 right now. Laying 10 and a half. They're 10 and a half on the spread. Minus 10 and a half at home. All right, so I got those in. So just as a recap for mine, for those that want the recap, let me get on here and give you guys a recap for my picks. So I'm rolling with Josh. Iowa State minus 9.5, Florida minus 11.5, Arkansas on the money line. That's a plus 300 parlay. And so it's the first leg. That's the first parlay we're running. And then I will be running a 6-leg. 6 legs. Nebraska minus 5.5. We're going Syracuse plus 1.5. Plus 5.5. 3 over games. Columbia, Dartmouth over 7.5. We're taking Purdue over 151. And Ole Miss, Kentucky. I'm putting them in here. That way the chat will have them. It's plus 30, 38, 48 odds. And I'm going to go straight on each one for 2 units as well. So just so everybody knows. Yeah, I know, Josh. We'll try next week to get this a little bit. We'll work on it. We'll get something to where we can get this connected better. There's got to be a better way we can do it. But for tonight, this is what we had. At least we got some plays out for tomorrow. We'll have some more in the Discord for everybody, like we said. So make sure you guys are up there in the Discord. If you're not joined, you can get there by the link in my bio. I have a link to the free Discord. So with that, I am going to call it a night, Josh. Thanks for getting in here with me, brother. And like I said, we'll try to do better next week. All right. So with that, I'm going to log it out of here, and we'll get back over in the Discord and get some more plays out. It'll be a big day tomorrow. We got a lot of games. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. All right. appreciate you all. Make sure you guys stay on those SCL plays because those have been hitting around 80% clip, 70 to 80% clip. We have been making money now for 4 or 5 straight days over at the SCL. So if you're a free member, you can get those SCL plays on Winnable, usually for just $1 or $2. Those have been cashing every day. We have been profitable. We have not lost money on the SCL in over a week. So if you want to just do straight bets and make profit, get on the SCL plays. Sports Capper Leaderboard. It's also on Instagram. You can find my plays there on the Sports Capper Leaderboard. You can follow them and follow my picks over there. And they also keep track of all my picks and the grade and how many units we profit and loss. So, all right, guys. With that, I'm out of here. We will try to get another live in this next week, maybe 2. I'll try to get 2 out before next weekend. So let's have a big weekend. We got football playoffs this weekend on Sunday. So I will definitely have some big stuff out for that. Make sure you're subscribed. Click a like on this. And I appreciate you all watching. Peace out.